Love is Blind Season 3 has come to an end, and when fans reflect on the season, they will inevitably remember Andrew Leah's cringe scene of inserting eye drops to pretend he was crying during a confessional. While Andrew didn't make it out of the pods, he did return briefly to talk with Nancy Rodriguez during a get-together with some of the cast once they returned to Dallas. During this exchange, Andrew seemed heartfelt in his desire to see Nancy happy, even though he didn't waste an opportunity to shoot his shot once more. Fortunately for Nancy, she didn't end up with Andrew or Barty's Bowden, who rejected her at the altar. Andrew's fake tears scene stood out because it was a complete breaking of the fourth wall that fans often aren't privy to. Usually, a producer will prompt a contestant to give a certain type of response during a confessional. The audience doesn't hear how the question is phrased, and only hears a sound bite to give color to the current moment. But Eye Drop Andrew wasn't on the show for the same reason as the rest of the cast. Andrew and Barty's were both bad options for Nancy in the pods. Andrew clearly wanted to look good. When he got his heart broken, he thought he would come off as a genuine man by appearing as though he was crying. He should have realized that the cameras are rolling at all times. The show choosing to keep the eye drop scene in the edit made it clear that Nancy chose correctly, although Barty's wasn't a much better option in the long run. Andrew is also a cautionary tale for Love is Blind casting, because even though it was a viral moment, the show wants to cast people who are seriously looking to get married. Andrew seemed perfectly content to continue traveling the world without settling down. While the rest of the season had its share of villains, Andrew should still be regarded as the primary villain of Season 3. He was on the show for fame only, unlike everyone else who agreed to go through with the experiment. It would have been interesting to see how Andrew would have fared in the rest of the season had Nancy chose him instead of Barty's. But considering the fact that he couldn't even produce any real tears after Nancy said no to his proposal, it's unlikely he would have wound up saying I do to Nancy at the altar.